First 2 goals of the game separated by less than a minute. One apiece, and now we're going to have our first fight of the season. Colby Johnson going in on the near side, going up against Procopio. Procopio trading blows, right hooks. And Colby Johnson still on his skates, and he takes him down. Colby Johnson slams down his helmet. And a nice introduction to the crowd at the hangar.
Once again, they take the first lead of the game and give it up. Penalty is upcoming here, and I believe it's on Knoxville. It might not be, though. Afterwards, we get Adams and Lucas Helland. Both are tough individuals in our first fight of the weekend. Lucas Helland and Bronson Adams. Helland missed with the right, and Adams responds with some right hands. Both players lose the helmets. Helland starting with the jersey over the head. Adams has him in a bit of a hold, but Adams in turn gets tied up and they both go down. Very even fight, although Adams gives up some size in that one. Adams showed last year he's not afraid of anybody.
They'll chase it down to the right wing side. To the corner he goes. Stops up on Mason Palmer. Havoc with pressure. That's given away in the middle of the ice. Here's a shot wide of the net from Tyler Ho. Another penalty coming up here, and we'll see who it's on. There's a big skirmish by the entrance corner. Whoa, and a big takedown. And we've got a big scrum here in the Havoc corner. Punches being thrown. There's bodies down. The referee's in the middle of this. Hard to see who else getting involved here. Colby Johnson for Pensacola is part of it. We have got a big-time skirmish here on the far side on the Havoc zone. And they're still going at it. Now we've got a scrum on the far side. Tim Faulkner throwing hands with Benito Posa. They're just wrestling each other arm in arm right now. Not really any clean punches as of yet. This may escalate. Posa doesn't have his gloves off. And some bro hugs in the corner as well.
All right, face off in the zone of Evansville to the left of Cece.
Look out.
Now here we go. Kyler Matthews has dropped the gloves, and Bronson Adams as well. I told you about Bronson Adams' fight opening night. Now Matthews steps in. There's a right, another right. He's not connecting yet. Now Bronson Adams at the back of the helmet. Now Matthews connects with 2 rights. Bronson, a left there by Matthews, another left. Helmet flies off for Adams. Uppercut knocks his head backwards.
Switch again, left.
Now Adams is angry that he got hit like that. Into Cece, he covers it up. He played it, but it was too late. The whistle had blown. Now here we go. I told you. This time it looks like it's Corson Green and Matt Hobbs. Now Hobbs drops it. Matthews again. He takes the call from Hobbs. Hobbs grabs a hold. Big right by Matthews and big right by Hobbs. Now they're just holding on. Hobbs trying to break free.
Nope, not yet, refs. Let him go.
Yeah, they're not through yet. Now Hobbs kirks that right hand back, just hits the back of the helmet. No damage.
Going to switch up here and throw left.
Left's thrown by Matthews. Now big right by Hobbs again. He's just really connecting to the helmet. And they'll separate. That's Matthews' second bout of the night.
Yep.
Now the draw. And here we go, fight right off the bat. Tristan Trudell going up against Tobias Ojic. Trudell, couple of hard right blows on Ojic. Ojic has his jersey over his head. Trudell lands hard right punches, and he sends Ojic down to the ice.
They catch up to him in the left circle. Bartuccio Pereira, we talked about his recovery speed last night. He showed it off again there and takes a hard hit into the boards. And Jimmy Soper not happy about it. And Jimmy Soper drops the gloves. He's going after JVP. There was no penalty called on the hit. And Jimmy Soper and Jonathan Martuccio Pereira trading blows in the corner. They've got each other locked up. Tyler Williams is okay. He jumped up after the hit. Martuccio Pereira loses his helmet, trying to hold off Jimmy Soper. They're still locked up. Linesman letting him tangle. They separate, and the linesman will escort them.
Into the corner for Dabrowski. He gets hit, loses the puck. Centering pass is tipped away, and we've got a fight off the puck and the face-off circle on the far side. This is Tyler Adams going in and taking down Jamie Dorsey. This opening period. CJ Hayes coming in to assist, trying to kick that puck free. He's feeling like he's been held, and maybe he was, but we play on. Sent out to neutral ice, and great defense, and we've got a fight where that physicality along the boards had just occurred. Higgins swings and misses. And eventually gets Hayes wrestling him down to the ice.
The center point in the zone. Bryce Martin backhand floated one to the doorstep. That puck still free, and now Clay's able to cover it up. It was Ojic and Abbott that were fighting for it, and now gloves are being tossed, and Ojic got jumped by Cam Cook right into the back of the net. I mean, just threw the gloves to the side and socked him one before I think Toby even had his gloves off.
On the power play is Cohen. He'll chip it ahead, far side. Marcin Kavics has it, looks for a place to go, walks right in front, save made, rebound, no one knows where it is. And here we go, Muggings in front of the net, Cohen comes in, Dorsey there as well for Birmingham. Cohen just grabs and slams down Glover to the ice. Now far side, Dorsey's throwing rights and haymakers there against Kelly, and he's connecting. Glover still holding on to his man, now Carson Rose. Kelly goes down on a big hit by Jamie Dorsey, the linesman that is tapping him, saying, that's it, boys, good job, let's go.
Balls up, nice pick by Lindbergh, frees it up, leads Simino out of the zone. Oh, and he got hit by Doug Elkstam, and it's a low bridge hit by Elkstam. It's going to be called. And Horror goes right after Doug Elkstam, and he'll have his opponent, Mason Palmer. That looked like knee on knee by Doug Elkstam on Simino. And Horror will get the better of Mason Palmer, the challenger, out of all that.
It is Gillette. He will wheel it back as he gets it now to Spencer. And here we go. It looks like we've got two guys going at it here.
Oh, there's
and that's Nick Levesque, his first time on the ice tonight, as he's dropping the gloves with Griffin Fox in the slot. And Fox goes down as Nick Levesque trying.
Missed Hayes. Colby Johnson will cancel out the icing, then a huge collision back in behind the Roanoke net, and Johnson just jumped Bryce Martin out of nowhere, and it's a full-on scrum behind the net. I don't know what set Colby Johnson up like that. It's just a sandwich hit between two dogs, and he just jumped him. I do think there'll probably be a roughing penalty coming against Bryce Martin. Oh, and look at that. He's hit him down on the ice, too. That's soft. That's soft from Colby Johnson. Look, he's just hitting everybody.
Penalty almost expired. There's a shot deflection in front, loose in the crease, still loose. Wow. And that puck went right under the stick of Kelly. Got the shot off, but right into the midsection of Hayden Stewart. Now Sinclair has a hold.
Here they go.
Sinclair throwing them. Down on the ice, both players. And I believe that's Winslow. I can't, yes, it is. Has it. He'll backhand one, looking for Dorsey, but it's too weak of a pass. And he gets it out. Now Dorsey stood up Kelly. Now Dorsey and Kelly pushing and shoving. Now Lechianco comes in. Here we go. This is what we've been needing. Danny Winslow, Jamie Dorsey. Center ice. Gloves thrown down, not dropped, looking for an inner. Oh, a big right there by Dorsey, another right, and another one. Now hugging his neck is Winslow. Dorsey comes in with two more rights, connected to the back of the head. But that, my friends, is another thing I've been waiting for.
No deflection, and it was going to be an icing, but it caromed off the inboards right back to the goaltender. And now Barker's going to drop the gloves apart. Cheer Pereira. They bear hug each other. Over in the far corner, still wrestling at each other. Barker gets an arm free, gets a right shot in. Trying to get Barker Pereira's helmet off. Barker lands another left. Now another right uppercut. And the linesman will come between them.
His man and freeing up the puck as Pensacola takes control. Caden Cahill drops it down, and we've got ourselves a fight. Dropping the gloves, ready to go. It's Toby and Hamilton. Hamilton reaching and taking down Toby with a couple right hooks. Officials try and separate them. Toby has something more to say. He's back up on his skates, and those two are going at it. Toby wrestling down Hamilton, and Hamilton on the upper hand eventually comes out on top.
A blocker save. That was LaPlante. He gets it back, and he shoots it wide angle save. Rebound as LaPlante is down and still getting up, and back the other way comes Fayetteville, and now it is a fight breaking out between Mike Moran of the Storm and John Ayanzo of Fayetteville, who has lost his helmet, and Moran is trying to go to town on Ayanzo. He's got his jersey off of Ayanzo's torso.
Havoc, a huge hit at the Knoxville blue line, turns into a scuffle with 52.9 to go. A cheap shot indeed. By Olsen. And having none of it. Is that Reg? No, that's wrist.
In front of Osick, going down the other way, and he forces the turnover in the slot. Williams sent to Osick, he scores! A great keep in on the forecheck by Knoxville. Jason Bradshaw and Tyler Williams set up Derek Osick on the right side of the crease, and they slip it past Hayden Stewart. Knoxville leads 2-1 at 15:01.
What a find by Tyler Williams. On the backside, couple bodies down.
Good saves, though, from Rodebush. And Roanoke doing a good job of getting bodies in front of those opportunities by Mike Moran. Got a board battle now, near side corner. And it looks like we're going to get the gloves dropped. Benucci is going to go against Matt Jansen. Jansen has him tied up in a headlock for now. 2, 3, 4 rights from Roanoke's Matt Jansen. Now an uppercut. One over the top from Jansen. Benucci holds on for dear life. 2 wild ones from Benucci, and he'll score the takedown. But Jansen, I would say, probably gets the 10-9 as he got 4 or 5 quick ones in before Benucci could even join the tilt. Now Nazareth, minute 2-on-1. Nazareth with Barker. Nazareth, nice move. Cuts into the slot. Fan on the shot. Rebound. Barker trying to stuff it home. They jab away at it. It's still loose. Now finally the whistles. Barker got a shot right in the head. Meanwhile, Nazareth going one-on-one with Aiden Wagner right behind the Evansville net. Wagner's lost the helmet. Nazareth giving him a face wash. Meanwhile, you got Gillette down on the ice, being tackled there by Benjamin Lindbergh, and the linesman went down with him. Well, you better believe we're going to get penalties out of this.
Rolling puck out of the zone now. Hunter chased it. Love to Lambert, and that's a giveaway onto the stick of Favaro into the zone, but we got to fight in front of the benches. And a pretty one-sided affair as Winslow dropped, I believe, It was Barrow, and yes, it is.
Possession. Flips it in. Just past Bull, and the loose puck is eventually covered up. And now Dabrowski in a fight in the corner. Dabrowski took one man down, and now he wrestles down Connor Fries. Fries back up. Dabrowski will get a couple more blows in. Dabrowski takes down two men in one fight. Fries still back up. Dabrowski going in on Fries, and he wrestles him to the ice.
Center ice. Mastrangeli takes his man out. The puck is sent.
Here we go.
Out of play now. Here we go. Ginian, I thought so. This time it's McTavish who's had enough. Now Ginian with a horse collar gets him. McTavish's gloves now uppercuts by Ginian. There's a big right, and he goes down. Ginian really connected on that one, Greg.
Well, you got to be careful there, Jody. Ginian is a big customer. New face in the crowd and that kind of stuff. Figure it to settle out, but you want to be a fan favorite in Birmingham? Drop your gloves.
Here we go, and that's exactly what happened. Danny Winslow and Kyler Matthews. Let's see what happens here. Both of them are in the top two slots of major penalties in this league. Now, Matthews gets a left in. An overhand right by, it has a big right there. Winslow coming now, undercut by Matthews. Another one, caught him flushed, and that one stung. Matthews with a big undercut right hand right into the face, and you saw his head snap back, and he goes down, and he's gone. Now behind the play, Gillespie being mauled back there. Now McTavish comes in and says no. He goes after. That's Ibarra. McTavish and Ibarra. Ibarra gets the right in. Now McTavish gets the left. They're just wrestling right now, and they go down to the ground. Now on the side, Dorsey and Cohen comes in. Now it's Olnick that comes in as well with him. Watch out, we could have a situation here, Greg. Dorsey takes his man down. Olnick along with Witherspoon.
Look at him
now. Witherspoon and Dorsey going after each other. Dorsey gets the right hand in. Tyson's coming off for Macon. He's hurt.
Now we got a hockey game.
Now we got a 1980 style hockey game. This is right up Chernesky's alley. I love it.
Flyers,
holy cow, I love it.
Flyers versus Bruins. Here we go.
Golka settles down the right side, sends it across. Ustaski, save! He squeezed the pads just in time. Taylor did, and now a fight breaks out behind the goal line. And throwing a lot of punches for the Storm. I think that might be Jake Maynard. I saw a 2 on the jersey.
There on the right corner, trying to center one, passes behind Stentar. Karam Trudell, shot from the slot, that one blocked. And now Dabrowski gonna drop the gloves there with Frank Trezera. They square up right in the low slot. They're throwing punches. Trezera and Dabrowski, they wrestle each other. Trezera gets an arm free, and they wrestle each other down the ice.
No Nick Favreau on injured reserve, as Ginian takes a rough ride into the wall there. Good play to cover for him, though, by Alex Cohen, who had an assist on Wednesday. Puck on the blue line is blocked out of play by Tao Ishizuka. And now we're going to drop the gloves. Brad Ginian gives an early beating, and he takes down Blake Tosto. And now Pensacola turns the other way. Dabrowski not able to get it cleanly to Palat. And now a takeaway there, and Winslow is going to get jumped here by Ronan. And here we've got a two-man fray. And eventually everybody's going to just hold on. Now Ginian still going at it with Palat. I didn't even see the initial hit. Palat shoving Ginian still. Ginian the much bigger customer in that one. Winslow and his man have been separated. Palat and Ginian still just doing a little spin. And now Jinian throws some rights. Jinian getting in the fray. And Jinian drops Pilat. He'll eventually work his way back up. Jinian loses his helmet now. And now they'll be separated. Couple of parting shoves for Jinian and Pilat.
And the puck rattles out to the near side point. Skaters crash into the boards. 13 seconds remaining. Knoxville gets the puck back. Skelly, the far side to Toby. Up the middle. Gloves are off. Bronson Adams and Jimmy Soper gonna tango. Couple of rights by Adams. Lands one in the midsection. Heavy uppercut by Soper, then one over the top. Couple of jabs to the back by Adams. Another one to the back. They trade heavies. Uppercut by Soper. Right hook by Adams. Both players exchanging punches. Hard uppercut by Soper. Winding up again. They've got a lock on each other. And they'll give each other a pat on the back and let the linesman come in. Pretty good tilt from both players.
Wilkie. Up ice for Bear. He's decked on hard open ice hit. Trudell going right after Greco. Trudell and Greco. Trudell just hammering blows on Greco for going after his captain. Greco trying to answer with a couple of rights. He gets a couple of hard shots in, and they wrestle each other down.
He couldn't get the stick down. We're back at 5-on-5. We're still tied 1-1. And now a penalty coming up against Knoxville. And they're going to get Eric Olson, and now Olson's going to drop the gloves with Simoneau. Couple of rights landed by Simoneau. Olson loses his balance, and a couple of heavies by Simoneau, and the linesmen are in there to break this up. They win the puck off the wall. Kyle Soper knocks it free and allows Atkins to send it down the length of the ice. And now the gloves are off again. It's Hobbs going with Jimmy Soper. Captain versus captain. Right in front of the Evansville bench. They trade rights. Couple of uppercuts by Jimmy Soper. Hobbs trying to hold him off. They both got each other's jerseys. Over the top for Hobbs. Linesmen get in there while both guys trading punches.
Ryback is back to pick it up. Sends it around end, but it's intercepted and shot on. Stick save. Rebound. Parrish gets it out to LaPlante. We've got a fight breaking out. It's going to be Ryback. And Ryback is absolutely pounding Coop Miners down to the ice.
Passes it forward, and CC deflects the pass, and a bouncing puck from McCabe is going to get blocked by CC, and now we've got some extracurriculars right in front of the Evansville goalie. There is a Havoc player on the ground, and as I say so, Connor Fries and Lindenberg are ready to go at it. Oh, and Fries just drops his gloves, and now he's going at Lindbergh. He's got the leverage on the inside, as Lindbergh was the one that got called for the penalty earlier. Fries did not appreciate it. They've been jawing all night long, and they're continuing to go at it. Neither player has dropped down to the ice. This fight is continuing. Lindbergh's got Fries laying down. He's getting some right hooks in. Uppercut shot to Fries, and eventually Fries goes down to his knee. And that is going to be a win for Lindbergh.
Can't get a touch to it. Then a run taken at Thompson is going to drop the gloves. Here we go, Seacoast and Thompson. Thompson over the top and uppercut after uppercut. Another one to the back of the head of Seacoast. Elias Thompson, welcome to Fayetteville, North Carolina. The crowd is loving it. Now Dalton Hunter getting in the mix as he's wrapped up just above. Fournier and Hunter trying to go at it, but the officials don't want to let the dogs off the chain.
Far side, bank pass up the wing. Trying to send it deep was Adkins. The linesman didn't get out of the way. It bounces off him back into the neutral zone, and now McDonald's and Adkins are going to drop the gloves and go right in front of the Roanoke bench. Adkins lost his balance, tried to get up, threw a punch. Linesmen were in there before things could continue. As Adkins was getting held on to.
The zone by Levac. Pass was a bit beyond his reach, though, and they'll regain at center. Johnny Witzke. Eyes up. Uh-oh, here we go! Levac and Golka drop him! Right at the blue line. Golka and Levac in a tie-up. Trying to get some punches off. There they get freed up. Golka throws one. Levac trying to wrap him. Throws an uppercut in there. Couple of rights from Levac. Golka responds. A good left from Levac. Oh, he's just killing them. What a long fight. Levac not done. Golka, though, wraps him to the ground. And that'll be the end of that. Golka with some words to the Storm bench. He wants more. He's looking for anybody else.
By Trezera, Kelly fights off a hit at the blue line. Ibarra trying to get in. He was pressed into the bench. And now he's got a shot for his man after. Ibarra's going to go after him. What a play there, and Wilkie offering a couple rights. Ibarra takes his man down. And the crowd getting into it here.
Retrieved by Jimmy Soper back in his own zone. Nearly gave the puck away. Huge hit by Gustav Mueller. Now Ford's just going to float this puck to the back wall. And now Jimmy Soper is trying to jump Gustav Mueller. Ford's going to get right in there on Jimmy Soper. We'll see if those two captains go at it. We got another couple of guys still shoving. That's Billy Roach with Braden Stannard. And they've still got the gloves on for now. But they've got each other tied up at the Knoxville blue line. Neither of them have dropped their gloves yet, but Billy Roach is definitely giving him a couple of glove punches. Stannard's getting some back too. We'll see if they end up getting 2 or 5.
Stewart behind his net plays it on to Brierly. Backhands it on for Gillespie. Near side, flip to center. And blind back with about Gillespie slow to get up here for a big check from Semino. And now the Thunderbolts have a chance, but a fight as Semino and Brierly will go at it. And Gillespie's not gone back up on his feet yet. Semino with a right hand free, and he's getting the better of Brierly, who was coming to the defense of his teammates. Now, kudos to Brierly. He knew what he was up against and winning anyway. Bolts dumping in. Good hustle. Contestants could not get their time. Then Dorsey throws a check on Contestants. They tied up. And this draws a fracas behind the Bulls bench, or excuse me, the Bulls nets. As Dorsey and Contessa were tied up as Contessa just, and now we get a fight. Bronson Adams and Jamie Dorsey, who was the main antagonist for Birmingham. That's a quick fight that is now over as the referee steps in. So Dorsey Adams in fight number 2 of the night. We'll give him back into a tie for the team lead. Now we get a fight off the draw. Third fight of the first period. It's going to be Kyler Matthews and Bronson Adams. This will be a good one. These are two very skilled fighters. Right hands for both players. And Adams goes left. Got a couple shots in now. Matthews trying to get the right free again as they both go right hand. Both swinging away and both go down to their knees, and by way of the momentum on the rotation.
The remaining part as we close in on the halfway mark of the season in the next couple weeks. Puck here is bounced in, and it is gloved out of the air by Clays on the hop. It looks like we are going to have a fight. Okay. Out of the fray, we have some fisticuffs. It is Mike Moran for the Storm, and I believe that is Weisler for, no, that is Button, yes, Troy Button, number 4, fresh off the injured list, and into a fight as Mike Moran takes him down, and the fans in attendance here on their feet.
Trying to get back into the play here. He does not head to the bench. all the way around. Ibarra charging in. Oh, a flying hit there at the blue line, and Ibarra delivers a punch. And charging in now down to Jonoff, and Ibarra takes a couple blows from him. And he is still delivering a beatdown onto Ibarra. Now everybody's grabbing somebody. Ibarra took a rough ride. I believe that was Barker. And Ibarra charges after Barker with a bloodied face, I believe.
Off his balance a little bit. Now Glover going after Cam Toby, the other side. Delayed penalty coming up against Birmingham. Now they're going to drop the gloves, and Glover's going to go with Toby. So Glover went over, gave Toby a shove. They decided to drop the gloves. There's a couple of rights from Glover. Knocks off Glover's helmet. Glover's got a grab on his jersey. There's a right from Glover. Tries to go under, doesn't get anywhere. Tries to go back over. There's a right from Toby. Glover, a heavy right. Both guys latched on, and they'll end it there.
Collision there in the neutral zone. Bulls will come back down the near sidewall. McDonald up against Ojic. Those two buddies from the Danbury hat tricks. And they're going to go! Johnny McDonald and Tobias Ojic, they salute each other here at the Roanoke blue line. We'll see McDonald square up righty. Ojic throws one over the top. McDonald back. They're trading haymakers. The helmet off of Ojic. Now McDonald goes down briefly. They're back up. And they're just going to give each other a quick hug as the linesman wanted to jump in and separate it. Dogs through Stephen Alvo. Turned over by Birmingham below their own goal line. Jansen's got it near side. And now Alvo's getting pressed from behind by Matt Clark. Bryce Martin's going to jump into the fray here. We'll see if Alvo and Clark drop the gloves. They do, and Alvo takes Clark down to the ice behind the Birmingham net. Now Clark is jumping back on top of them after he had already been tackled down by the former Bull, Stephen Alvo. It's dumped in by Birmingham, won though by Ford. Kicked up toward the blue line by McDade. No dog in sight. It's dumped back in by the Bulls. We have another fight now as Jamie Dorsey just jumped after a dog down at the near side of the neutral zone. Ford barely got his gloves off in time as Dorsey was all over him there at the near side red line, and that's not Nick Ford. And he's still hitting him down on the ice. That's going to bring a crowd. Trying to see who that is.
Led in the 5-4 shootout loss last night. They came from one goal down a couple times. Oh, here they're squaring off. Gulka. And here we go. Gulka and Posa. Posa misses with a couple of rights. Gulka lands a couple of rights. And down to the ice they go.
Matson, though, will slow up. Matson will drop it for Smirnov. His pass, oh no! Oh, Sava Smirnov gets laid out against the boards. He's slow to get up. He's gonna stay in the play, and Fournier took offense. Fournier's gonna go to work on Trudell. Fournier and Trudell take each other to the ice. Witzke. The 26-year-old lobs it out to the logo and now into the Storm bench, and a stick flies, and Levesque and Erickson are going to try to go, and they will. Erickson, some quick rights. Levesque answers with a big one. The helmet is off of Erickson. Levesque with an uppercut, and the hammer to knock him down.
Away the other way. Here goes Barrow. Shot. Save made by Mundinger. Hard hit into the boards by Christian Acosta. Trying to free up the puck. It comes loose. Penalty being called as Acosta continued to go after Skelly. Now they've got the gloves off. Acosta has him tied up. The linesmen come over. And
minute fighting. They ended up taking a 2-minute instigation minor for that as well, which was served by Jason Branshaw, Fayetteville. And now here we go.
Brendan Dowler right off the drop. Both players trade punches. Linesman trying to get in there, and there goes Dowler with the takedown. Right off the face-off drop, Brendan Dowler and Elias Thompson.
haven't seen them yet, go take a look on social media. Oh, toe drag release from Grimshaw, and he took a shot up high, and a penalty here as Koch rips off Danny Martin's hands, and they're going to drop him. A good old-fashioned scrap, and Koch is letting him fly on Martin, and he's got a takedown.
.224 in the period, minute 20 and 4-on-4 action, no score. Smirnoff trying to change that, carries him to the far side circle to the net, and falls down into Taylor on a play by, looked like Anthony Hoare, and that draws a reaction from the Thunderbolts. And not to say Smirnoff winning intentionally. After we get gloves dropped, it's Adams for Evansville against Jordan Henderson. And it looks like they're going to square off in the far corner. Or maybe not. Adams does not throw a punch. Henderson trying to go Adams in. Now he does drop the gloves, and now will be a fight. Adams with the right hand. Henderson, no shots yet for him. Uppercut for Adams. A couple and another couple rights to the back of the head. Right now, all the punches being thrown by Adams. But he's got that left tied up. A couple short jabs for Henderson. And the linesmen jump in. Well, Panucci and Semino are going to square off here for the puck this even drops. Left is free for Semino. Now it's a tie-up, and now the right hands are free for Semino. Countering both players lose the helmets, and Semino's firing with the right. Panucci's hanging in there relatively well. Things get centered. That's an uppercut for Semino. That takes care of Panucci. Panucci getting some shots in. Semino held his ground, and
Karpinski doing a nice job of keeping it out of the goal. Houston Wilson on a little bit of a charge there, took a shoulder, and the Ice Flyers are battling for it down there by the goal. And it looks like we are going to have a little meeting of the minds, if you will, between these two teams. You see some punches being thrown right there. Herrera really getting into it. And let's see, I can't see a number by Peoria. That's number 25. That is going to be Tristan Trudel on the tie-up there for Peoria. Herrera having to be held back, and he's not done yet, folks. He's got a couple more things to say.
Levesque takes it to the near corner. Bereaved by Gullo in behind the net. We'll just play it out ahead through to center. Meanwhile, you got Gano and Levesque pushing and shoving here. They'll now start to drop the gloves. Levesque dropped the gloves. Gano will as well, throwing punches. Levesque trying to get a couple in. Answered by a couple of rights from Gano. Levesque throws a hard right. Gano still on his feet. Gano hanging in there. Levesque throwing a couple hard punches, and they wrestle each other down.
Off the collision, taken by Huntsville. Poza up the near side. Walked off of the half wall, couple checks thrown. Hobbs finishes his man. And the Thunderbolts come up with an Abbott clears. Right, so now we get the gloves drop. Allen and Hobbs are going to go out of here. Just inside the Evansville blue line on the near side. Right hand is free for Hobbs, as well as for Allen. But Hobbs getting a good shots in. Allen had one good shot. Hobbs takes care from there.
Picked off by Harley. He'll leave it for Municello. That shot from above the left wing circle. Deflected up and out of play. Now Municello's going to get into it with Gervais. Municello drops the gloves. Two big lefts over the top. Now another one to the face of Gervais. Gervais tries to come in with the right. He misses wildly. And Municello rips him down to the ice. How about that from Tommy? His first fight as a rail yard dog. Trying to settle the bouncing puck. He'll retreat back in behind his own net and then lift that clearance high. Bit of contact into the back of Ford. They're going to cancel out this icing. Wrist took one right into the back of Ford when he had the opportunity to. And it looks like O'Day's going to come after Gervais near side. Three big right hands. Now another one. Matt O'Day is feeding Gervais. Gervais answers with one back. Now O'Day's is going to wrap him up and rip him down to the ice at the near side red line. We've got another fight going on back in the near corner. It's Bryce Martin. We can't see who it is for Huntsville that is turtled up underneath him. It's Larson.
And now we get some tie-up action. Hudson for the Storm and Harrogate. Oh, and a little face wash on Dorsey by a Storm player on the far wing side. Things are getting ugly. Dorsey drops the gloves. against a Storm player. Berkapet's in the middle of it as well. Things breaking out here. There's a penalty, I believe, on Hudson out of all this. And so I believe Hudson is the one who instigates this fray. 12:10 to go in the second period. That's 5 minutes of goals for Peoria. Right off the face-off, it's going to be Hobbs trying to create something for his team. He'll take on Frankie Trezera. That's center ice. Right is free. Trezera has the size of edge. Oh, and he got a good right in early, Hobbs did. And he takes down the bigger Trezera. Side, Spencer picks it off for Peoria. Leads to the point. Nicely held by Aiden Wagner. Penalty upcoming now, and it is on the Thunderbolts. Semino takes a penalty. He's going to get moved on in a fight for Trezera and Semino. Jean-Louis tie up. Well, Semino's going to exit the box. Looks like he's heading to the locker room. Right now it's 2 minutes on the board. Well, we got something more than 2 and 5 if he's heading to the locker room with 12:15 to play. It is 2 minutes on the board to Semino. To Spencer on the near wing side. Takes a shot, held on by CC. No rebounds. Adams and Trudell come together. Now we get a fight. Trudell's going to drop the gloves. He and Adams are going to go. Adams is tough for his size in comparison to Trudell. This should be a good one. Left for Trudell for a moment, rather the right. Adams free for the right as well. Gets a couple short jabs in, a couple body shots. Trudell switches to the left. And that caught Adams off guard.
And out to the red line. Lindbergh de Anzo. Lindbergh's tied up with a man behind the play, and we're going to drop him. Panucci and Lindbergh going to go to work on each other. Panucci gets a couple of rights. They're tied up with the left arms. Panucci a strong right. Eanzo loses his helmet. They wrap each other around the necks. And the linesmen are going to break him up. They're seconds away. Oh, off the draw, we got a fight. Levesque is getting blitzed from Elias Thompson. The linesman trying to get in the way of him, but Thompson will not let off. Now they're separated. Thompson is ticked about something.
Gets it out. Up the left side, Carson Gallagher. He is taken to the boards by Jacob Gagnon. Witzke over there as well. Meantime, back of the play, a fight has broken out. And it's Cole Crowder, one of the newest members of the Quad City team. And he is throwing haymakers. I can't even see who his counterpart is. He's got his jersey all up in tangles. And I think it's Aiden Gerdukis. Up ahead, weaves his way and across the blue line, but it's poke checked away. And Crowder is hurt. He took a stick to the mouth, it looks like. And now we get a fight breaking out elsewhere. It's Jordan Henderson of Quad City. And I haven't seen the number yet for Roanoke. But yet another scuffle here.
And I believe McTavish going at it. They'll drop the gloves. Punch is thrown. Skaters go down and the linesmen are there. 33 seconds remain. The puck was down in the Birmingham zone when the fight occurred. 57 seconds remain on the power play.
And Macon's able to wrestle the puck away. Monica. And Macon are able to dunk this puck in behind Rodobush. And now we've got a fight developing right in front of the Macon bench. It's Winslow and Billy Roach, and Roach has got the right hands working. He is pummeling Winslow. Winslow throwing 2 wild ones over the top, and now a third, but Roach had that right hand working for a moment. We'll see if he can get back to it. They both look a little tuckered out now, and they'll come in and freeze that one, but Billy Roach, before Winslow even knew what hit him, had We'll try one. Skinner able to kick it out on the save. Jansen stops the bouncing puck, zipped it back across the face of the net. Skinner took some contact from Mueller. Mueller is getting jumped now by Chris Hunt, and Mueller's just going to stand in here. And Hunt is just going after him. And Mueller hit his head hard as he went down just now. Hunt dropped the gloves with Goose. That was a very dangerous fall for Mueller. Jansen at his own blue line in a bit of trouble here, does well to get that to Steven Alvo. And now Nick Ford is going to drop the gloves here at center ice. And it looks like it's him and Ryan Romeo. Ford looks like he's going to go southpaw. Now he switches up. They haven't even gotten a punch off yet as they're looking to see if they can get a hold of one another's sweaters. Ford with an uppercut. Now one over the top. Now another one. Romeo swings wildly and Ford takes him down. Romeo, I don't know what he thought he was going to be doing there with Nick Ford, but not the right idea for him.
Unable to advance the puck into the Riverman end. Bear able to take one back. Meanwhile, Lynn and Trezera jumping, and now they're going to go. Trezera, a couple of hard right punches, gets a couple body shots in on Lynn. Couple more on Trezera. And Trezera just continuing to hammer hard right blows on Lynn. And find the linesmen will get together.
Self-aware and can read the game and read the situation. And
big time hit right in front of the Havoc bench. And then here comes some haymakers. Buster Larson getting into it as he ends up hitting the deck against Chris Hunt. And maybe that's a little bit of an injection of energy that the Havoc needs.
And right out of the face-off, we've got ourselves some fisticuffs. Thompson itching for a fight. Pensacola's captain, Jake Hamilton, on the other end. Hamilton wrestled to the ice, quickly back up. He wants to get his licks in. Thompson grabbing the jersey of Hamilton. Two officials in the way. And to the dismay of the crowd, that fight was over before it began. Gritz and Hamilton on the face-off, and we've got another fight. Hamilton and Thompson dropping the gloves. They were denied in their first attempt earlier in the period. Hamilton and Thompson, round two. Thompson wrapping up Hamilton. Hamilton gets the upper hand and takes him down to the ice. Gets it away and gets back into the crease. Hunter hit as he sends in a shot. It's saved by Clays, and Urasek will face some opposition after that check right in front of the boards. We step away for a media timeout. 4:06 to play in the second. 5-1 Pensacola on Flow Hockey. And now the two goalies are going at it. It's Clays and Bopit. Bopit, a few right hooks. Clays answers with one of his own, and Clays takes down Bopit. A goalie fight in Pensacola, and Clays takes the upper hand.
We've got many, many players on the ice grabbing a hold of one another. Now, this may have been in the midst of a line change, so you've got extra players on the ice now. And there's Mike Moran on top of one of the Knoxville players. And here's Olsen just going to start winging some punches on Jordan Henderson. Now Henderson has Olsen tied up, and Henderson is fighting back. And now they're both down on the ice. Off the draw, and there's a fight breaking out right away. It's Cole Crowder and Brendan Dowler, and Crowder had Dowler down and threw a punch on him, and now the two of them are tied up and broken up by the linesman. Crowder and Brendan Dowler, I don't know why they're not being sent off the ice if they're 5 for fighting with 3:56 to go. Crowder getting the crowd fired up as he heads to the box.
Center pair knocked down by contestant. He's decked down there by Chartrand. Meanwhile, Hobbs going right after Chartrand. And Chartrand never even dropped his gloves. Hobbs going right, Chartrand. Now Chartrand has dropped him. Hobbs going right at Chartrand with a couple of hard right hooks. Chartrand hanging in there. And finally the linesman will get between them. Vance will send one out to center. Look for Branchaw, now you got to fight. Trezero over in the far side corner. Throwing haymakers on Helen. Lucas Helen and Trezero wrestle each other down the ice quickly.
Rev right wing side, puts the brakes on, drops it back. Matthews a shot, save made. Now Robinson, a nice little Hollywood job there acting as they'd been shot. Now here we go, we got Matthews dropping the gloves and they're gonna go right at center ice with Connor Fries. Matthews, Fries, while the play still being tied up to the right of Mike Robinson. These two are all alone. Now finally the linesman gets a look at it, and the other one comes in. Now a right taken by Fries. Another right left by Matthews. A big uppercut by Matthews. He's holding on with his right. Tying up Fries. Not a lot being given out.
Let him go.
Except for that one uppercut by Matthews that connected.
Get out of there.
Now they're still being tied up.
There by Fournier. Paralot works it back down low. And now we've got a scrap here right at the blue line, and Paralot gets beaten down. Paralot looked like he got jumped there. Both guys dropped the gloves. Paralot is holding something on his way back. And we've got a fight here. Right off the draw. Looks more like a wrestling match. That is Cole Crowder, and I can't tell who that is for Macon. That's Simone Chick.
Branshaw will pick up the goal. Sticks are down, gloves are down. It's Lucas Helland getting ready to square off. Throws a couple of punches against Cole Reginato. Now they're locked up. Couple of unders from both guys. There go a couple of rights from Reginato. Both skaters go down and the linesmen are in. Sends it into the corner. Back behind the net. Penalty upcoming. And I think they're getting Jimmy Soper again. Now they both drop the gloves. Captain versus captain. Soper versus Procopio. The older brothers and the captains for each team. Couple of unders. There's a right from Soper. Both skaters still up. Linesman trying to get in there. Soper still throwing punches. The linesmen call off the fight.
5-point weekend for him, and a hat trick on Saturday. Here's the Ice Flyer play to watch, and now we know Adam Schwa, Steve Glove in the stick. He's going to have a fight here with Sam Dabrowski. And they're going to take it all the way to center ice. Right hand is free for Dabrowski and Adams. One shot connected for Dabrowski. Adams comes back with a couple rights. And a bit of a swing there by Dabrowski. Got Adams off balance. Line of the points. McElhaney, shot blocked, gets it back toward the net front. Rolling puck. Knocked outside the crease, still free. That's a save by Cloyes. And finally covered up. Great chance for Evansville, and now another scrum breaks out. Lynn is down on the ice. He is slow to get back up. Got to watch the skate there for Dabrowski. And McPhee Dabrowski. Looked like they might go at it. Linesman tries to pry them apart. Now Lynn, he drops the gloves against Noreika. Noreika does not drop the gloves. Lynn has not thrown a punch yet. Now Noreika throws a shot. Now he drops the gloves, and now we'll get a fight. Noreika and Lynn from the near side corner. And result more in a tie-up now. Now the Lions are trying to give them some more space here on the floor. He's going to put this one away. Semino takes exception. Semino, Cahill slapped it into the goal. Pensacola's made it a 4-2 game, and the fracas downstairs continues. As the Thunderbolts came close, but not going to be close enough. Hobbs drops the gloves with Faulkner now. Faulkner refused to drop his gloves. Now he does. Faulkner trying to get the right hands in. Doesn't connect with any. He and Hobbs continue to tie up. Hobbs trying to get some shots in. We'll get the takedown. Meanwhile, they shuffle to the penalty box of Pensacola's Wiesner. Oh, look out. Now we get another ice fire going after Hobbs. Or actually, that was Faulkner. Got back up and started firing more shots. That brought everybody back over. And this is getting off the rails quickly.
Line, Knoxville gets it back and sends it deep. Into the right wing corner, picked up by Cervoni. Drop back, and
Palmer is destroyed. Back behind the play as he tried to send that puck out the other way. Huntsville's got it, fries up the right side. And now play is stopped. There go the gloves. Reginato wants to drop him. He dropped him. Eric Olson came and separated him, but he wasn't the man in the fight. That's a third man in. So penalties coming. There was no penalty called on the initial hit on Palmer. Cervoni drops it back for Palmer, who just gets leveled. And now the punches are still being thrown. And now Taylor Joseph is skating across. He wants a piece of Mike Robinson. Joseph goes after Robinson. Romo drops the mitts. And they're tied up. Robinson and Joseph are locked up along the wall. And the linesmen are over there before either player really throws a punch. More gloves are off. Dowler's got his helmet off. And now Taylor Joseph firing up the crowd. Helen was tied up with Palmer after the hit. There's a lot of detail to sort out here. So Palmer and Helen are still locked up. Reginato comes over after Fisher hit him, and there's still a fight going out on the ice. Eric Olson has lost his helmet.
I mean, there is so much going on. You think these fans aren't riled up after that?
Both Reginato and Fisher had their gloves off and were tied up with Lucas Helen. There is a lot of penalty detail to sort through here. Kyle Soper is arguing with Mitchell Perry as he heads to the penalty box.
I mean, Lucas Helen just blasted Palmer. Just blasted him.
Pitch. That one for Norris, able to fight out of a check. Hit hard to the near right half boards by Ledzianko. Pietrowski gets in his face. Now Jan Pietrowski sticking up for his teammate. Now one of the other Bulls trying to come in. That one Dorsey against Pietrowski. They're throwing punches in the near right half boards. Dorsey throwing punches against Pietrowski. Pietrowski answering. Meanwhile, you got for Norris all tied up in the right corner. It looks like Romeo.
.42.5 seconds to go, and now we're just gonna fight. Beneath is gonna be Connor Fries. As he is ready, I mean, the moment the puck dropped, it is off and rolling. as now Fries is going, and him and Dabrowski going at it, and Fries is taking the most of this one. The right-handers, as Dabrowski with the back elbow is going to take Fries down.
Intercepted, lifted through the neutral zone. It gets behind Olsen. He races down to negate the icing, taken hard into the boards. Knoxville's not going to like that, and Olsen's going to retaliate. Denijanov took him right into the glass. And now multiple pairs of gloves are off. Lucas Helen getting in the scrum. Olsen throwing punches at Denijanov. Helen wants a piece of Josh Martin, and he's being pulled off from behind. I did not see a penalty called by referee Keith Grooms on the initial hit by Denijanov. We'll see what the detail is when this is all sorted out. A minute 13 gone into the second. Hit the other way. Here comes Fornoris. Shot, kick save made by Mundinger. And taken hard into the boards is Fornoris. And Brendan Dowler will get a penalty. And now extracurricular activity with Kirkendall and Fornoris dropping the gloves. And they're going to go. Heavy punches, and there's a takedown by Kirkendall.
Nobody home. Now they'll pick it up. Loses the handle and kick free that time. And the Havoc now clear it out.
It's going to be called for tripping.
And now Cole Reginato wants to get his money's worth. And here comes a fight for Cole Reginato. So a penalty was about to be assessed to Cole. And Reg says, fine. You want to call a penalty on me? I'll give you a reason. As now an all-out brawl just about undressing the Quad City player. I honestly don't even see the number.
D-to-D pass. Wilkie launches it over the right side, controlled by the glove of Ernst, working his way into the left circle, turning, shooting, a stick save made. And now gloves are off as Fornoris and Vance are tied up. Neither player can get free. Nobody's really throwing a punch, but the gloves are off. Fornoris gets his right arm free, throws an under, the skaters fall down, and that's that.
Ahead it goes, Henderson. Henderson holds it, centers it, shot on, another save that time, and getting muscled around Henderson. And here comes Posa throwing hands, and we got an all-out brawl right next to Mike Robinson. There's a haymaker for both. Posa, and there's another jersey off the back.
Posa collecting them now.
Can't keep it in, and that's going to just about do it as Fayetteville takes control. Ryan Nolan knocked out the play, but he put himself in offside. Now Nolan getting into it, and here we go. That's Trevor Thurston and Ryan Nolan. They'll take each other down to the ice. No punches thrown now.
Through neutral ice all the way down to the other end. Fantazzi backhands to Tosto, and now we're going to have a fight at center ice. This has been itching for a while. Dabrowski going up against McDonald. Dabrowski drops the gloves. McDonald obliges. And they're going at it. Trading right hooks. Dabrowski connects a couple times. So does McDonald. Dabrowski trying to get the upper hand. Dabrowski swing and a miss. McDonald whiffs. Dabrowski still going at it. Too tall on the connection. Dabrowski wrestles him to the ground. Good fight there.
Winslow, Kelly, Yevdokimov, and Goldowski. And so now you're going to see Andrei Simonchik, who hasn't taken hardly any shifts on defense, playing up, and Simonchik's going to go right after forward off the draw, and he takes down forward right away, and now we've got a full-on line brawl right in front of the crease. Hardly going to see any punches thrown, and now it's Winslow trying to rip the helmet off. He's getting some shots in on Widmar. Paralot pulling off somebody. The Mayhem are not ready to let this one go.
Now here comes Peoria on the attack after the ensuing face-off. There's bodies crashing into each other everywhere. There's a whistle and a penalty, and now a big battle going on in the corner. Lots of sticks in the air, lots of pushing and shoving going on. I'm sure there's some punches being thrown in there. Both linesmen are in the fray trying to separate people, but there's more players battling than there are linesmen. Brent Moran staying out of it. And I see, well, Dylan Fournier looks to be in the middle of things.
It's Licky. Vesalainen was tripped up. CC the bench, puck through the slot. Simon near side. Near corner, Adams. This one is off the back of the net. And where's the puck? It was bouncing. And then away from the play. Eriksson and Chartrand to go at it. Says Licky was hit away from the puck by Chartrand. And this will be our first fight of the night. Eriksson on Euro nights. Going at it with Daniel Chartrand. And away from the play, Adams and Devine might go at it too. They're pushing and shoving. Jersey over the head of Eriksson, held in well against Daniel Chartrand. So 9:12 to go in the third. There was a delay penalty on the Rivermen on a tripper.
So the officials let it play on for a few seconds. And now we've got a fight. Schnapp going in on Hamilton. Hamilton trying to regain the upper hand. Hamilton staying on his skates. They're wrapped up too close to throw blows. Hamilton wrapping up Schnapp from behind. Schnapp still trying to maintain his balance. Hamilton wrestling him and trying to take him down. There goes the last glove, and Hamilton wrestles down Schnapp, takes him down to the ice. That was more than a sense of obligation. That seemed personal. And Hamilton showing off a souvenir.
Nick Parody got it from Acosta, and the shot-in save made by Coburn. And now Fayetteville getting pushed out in front of the net. And Acosta getting jumped as the gloves are down. Christian Acosta on top, and he keeps going to town on Terry Ryder. Getting the crowd to their feet here at the Crown Coliseum.
Has to win more. It's deep in Knoxville territory with Toby. Big hit by Lindbergh here at the near side of the Knoxville blue line. Jimmy Soper trying to jump in. Ford's going to pull him away. The Ice Bear that got hit is down on the ice. And the near side of the Knoxville blue line, Lindbergh took a couple of big uppercuts here from Jimmy Soper. We'll see if Lindbergh can answer as he's got the gloves off now. Soper got the uppercuts going away here at Lindbergh. Now 2 rights from Lindbergh. He'll connect with one. Now Lindbergh pushing Soper up against the Knoxville bench door. And finally, they'll break this up. Atkins is the one that got clattered up against. Has the puck on his stick. And Helen came right after a rail yard dog over by the bench. It was Swankler. And now Alvo's the one that drops the gloves. He wants a piece of Lucas Helen. They're going to go here in front of the Knoxville bench. Helen already threw his helmet. Bush League move. Helen misses with the right hook. Alvo answered with a big left. Alvo's still going. Helen missed wildly, and Alvo made him look silly in the Knoxville zone. Helen tried an uppercut. He keeps smacking the hand away of Alvo as Alvo is trying to grab his jersey. Alvo slipped as Helen got him once on the button.
Dishes it out to his left to Dylan Fournier, and we've got a fight brewing. It's going to be Reed Perpoluk against Kyle Powell. The opening shift. And here they go. Both throwing punches. Perpoluk with both of them with the right hand. Perpoluk, oh, a big uppercut. Just knocked the helmet off of Powell, and down to the ice they go. With it. Sends it in deep, and it caroms on goal, and it's gloved by lots, and now some pushing and shoving and punches thrown in front of the Birmingham net. And there's Panucci going at it with McTavish. A separate fight that broke out alongside the initial skirmish. One man for Birmingham already escorted into the penalty box. And these linesmen have a lot of work to do.
Kay Blessing and Kieran Green are the linesmen assisting. Hobbs against Devine for the draw, sticks down, puck's down, and Trudell's gonna go right at Jordan Semino. They're gonna come right to center ice. Trudell and Semino. They got together. Semino gets a couple of rights in on Trudell. Trudell, a hard right couple in response. Oh, and a big right hand jab there by Tristan Trudell. Sends Semino down hard. Down goes Semino.
Kyle Soper sent in front, redirected by McKinney. It goes wide. McKinney took a hit up high. Jimmy Soper not happy about it. 5 seconds to go in the period. They're still pushing and shoving. Puck is locked up in the neutral zone. They'll separate, and the period will end. And now, things escalating after the whistle. It's Tucker Scantlebury again with Noah Finstrom, who he was tied up with earlier. Scantlebury's gloves are off. Finstrom's gloves are off as the two go down to the ice. Line's been trying to separate them.
Brierly watching Dabrowski, who is the the heel. Now Wiesner and Thurston take a go at each other. Here we go. As Kugler came in to Thurston, both go down. Now on top, Kugler just pounding right hand after right hand. Kugler, technically the third man in, as the original altercation was between Trevor Thurston and I believe that was Houston. Here we go.
He
grabbed Hayden Stewart.
Yeah.
Now everybody comes in. Here we go, folks.
And
Thurston's still down, by the way, as Kugler's escorted out. Thurston, he takes a hit. He's holding this back. No penalty coming up. Now here we go at center ice. Tyler Matthews didn't like what happened with Thurston, who's still down. Posa and Matthews going at it center ice. There's a right by Posa, another right by Posa. Matthews jabbing left after left. Big overhand right by Posa. Undercut. Now Matthews trying to get free and cover up. Matthews a big right. There's another by Matthews. And the linesmen go in. They've had enough. Both of them are tired. I'm more concerned about Trevor Thurston.
Yeah. Wedge right in front of the Havoc bench. Trying to kick it free and flicked into the attack zone off of Benito Posa's stick. And here comes a fight. All-out brawl right in front of both benches. That is Posa squaring off against Osick. Both of them. Some haymakers there from the right hand of Fries. Connor Fries maintaining his position. Fries and Osick. Fries has the win as Osick ended up on one knee. Out into the neutral zone and trying to chase it down here. Scalaberry. And we've got an injured player and another all-out brawl in the far corner. There's 4 players, 5, 6 players now getting swarmed under. McCabe throwing some haymakers. McCabe drops his man in front of him.
Clear. Cahill has it backhand. One-timer Elgstam right on target and saved by Cece. And now we've got a little tussle as Adams wrapped up Urasek from behind. They're going to go at it. Adams and Urasek. Adams with a few right hooks. Urasek answering back. Urasek wraps him up, trying to take him down. They're tangled up, and Urasek just a bit on the upper hand. They'll be split up before a victor can be determined.
Enough, you've seen his Buster with a shot. As he fires it, he's going to get popped in the face. He is down on the ice. Puck is now sliding, and instead, here comes Dom, here comes Charlie. We got ourselves a 2-on-2 brawl. Buster trying to get up off the ice. He's going to be skating over now to the bench, and it doesn't matter that they're on the ice. Charlie and Gio are still going at the two Knoxville Ice Bears, as that was Kyle Soper. That's one of them. And now he and Gio are having a conversation. Even with a defender on him, this has kind of been the night, as has this when it comes to the fights. And here goes Ryder. Ryder and Kyle Soper are swinging, and Soper's down. And as Soper went down, Ryder got rock bottomed.
Knocking on that door, and eventually they hope it opens. And right out of the face-off, we've got a fight. Dabrowski and Adams going at it at center ice. Dabrowski throws the first punch, a right hook. Going after Adams. Adams answering back. Dabrowski with a little bit reach. He gets him down. They both get back up on their skates. Dabrowski absorbs a couple. Dabrowski still going at it. Adams ripped down to the ice by his jersey, and Dabrowski pins him down.
Like I said in the first, the next goal is a big one. It'll either make it 3-0 Roanoke or 2-1. And the Mayhem did get the next one, so 2-1 is way different from 3-0. And now behind the play, Kelly is taking down someone, and Winslow's going to drop the gloves with Kelly. Winslow and Kelly with a good old-fashioned scrap. Winslow with a beatdown on Kelly in the circles. After Kelly
was against Peoria. And it is touched up now, and it's going to be the Storm going shorthanded. And now there's more fisticuffs. Alec Bear is in the middle of it for Peoria. He is the leading scorer in the SPHL. Well, if we can get him into the penalty box, that would always be a good thing. Hard to see who he is tangled up with right now. But they're in the clinch, and it looks like the linesman will be able to get them separated. And that player for the Storm was Tyler Van Uden. Now they still have a couple of guys grappling, and the linesmen go back in and separate them.
Picked up in the high slot, and a shot from Norreka is deflected upstairs. 16 minutes remaining in the second. From up top, Hamilton, shot pad save Cece. Bartuccio Pereira swings it along the boards out to the far side. Jurgenite and Wiesner tangled up right in the crease. Those two exchanging shoves as the puck is pinned up against the boards. Jurgenite and Wiesner about to come to blows here. Officials letting them jab at each other. Jurgenite and Wiesner still shoving at it. The puck is eventually poked free, and now finally the Ice Flyers have had enough.
And Macon is taking shots at Fayetteville players, and there's not a penalty up on the board, but there's a marksman player who just fell right down, and it looks like he was targeted. So now somebody's going to have to answer. And would it surprise you to say that it's Schnapp? Wrapped up by Long. Schnapp just hit his own teammate. He just punched forward. But I think that's Austin Long, who's down in a heap, and he does get back up. So
it's like it was going to head out right in front of Birkin, taking away a good breakup there. Ooh, maybe close to 5 men.
And now we've got some fisticuffs in front of the bench, and Long's going to go. Long and Cup drop the gloves. Cup with an uppercut. Long, and now we've got another one. Allison and Emoff will go. Allison with a takedown on Emoff. Cup and Long still going at it. They're separated. Got to remember that, too. So, oh, and now here's Winslow and Long. We've been waiting all night for this. Right in the slot. Winslow and Long sizing each other up. Both guys playing chicken. Winslow with a grab and a right. Winslow, another right and a right. And another shot. Long gets one in. Long goes after him, loses his balance, and Winslow wins the bout decidedly.
And with less than 30 seconds left in the second period.
And now we've got a fight in front of the Fayetteville bench. Maynard dropping the gloves with a right. Takes an uppercut. Maynard another shot. Monkovich takes him down. These two teams not done yet.
4-on-4 from the 15 seconds. Goes into the boards hard against Lindberg. Kostis is down. And he's not getting up yet. Zhuk and Lindberg going at each other. Zhuk drops his gloves, and Lindberg does as well. And got to keep out here. Kostis still some move. They got to get those fighters away from Kostis. Liza trying to do their best to keep them away here. Oh, and Lindberg connects to the hard right, takes Zhuk down. Well, Kostis and Lindberg went into the boards.
Crease. Roanoke stays with it. Ford will spin and shoot left wing side. That one goes off the chest of the Pensacola goaltender. And then the mask is off of Frskowski, and now Faulkner is getting up in the face of a rail yard dog along the back of the Pensacola zone. That's Jansen that he was shoving. And now we've got two players dropping the gloves. Pepe and Noreika. Check that, that's Jarusek. Pepe gets the right over the top. Jarusek answers with the undercut. Pepe trying to get his right free. He'll get a couple. He's hammering Jarusek over the top of the helmet. Jarusek answers with a big right hook. And then Jarusek gets the takedown. You saw those two end up getting away from the scrum. Been won by Jarusek of the Ice Flyers. It's back to Sosinski, and now we've got gloves drop. Valerian and Jarusek. Valerian, two huge rights over the top. Jarusek tries to answer with one. Now Valerian a huge right hook. Jarusek has his helmet knocked off. He has Valerian now in a headlock, trying to feed him a couple of uppercuts. Valerian wants to get back to his feet. He'll end up scoring the takedown inside of the Roanoke blue line. And Valerian still fired up as he stands over top of Jarusek.
Seen in them. We'll have to see, because right now they look kind of tired. Uh-oh, right off the draw. We got a glove dropper. Ryan Devine and Mike Moran setting up. Devine and Moran bring the fans to their feet. They're going to grab each other, and they're going to go. Devine throwing haymakers in on Moran. Moran trying to answer with a few. They trade rights now. Devine a big uppercut. Moran holding his ground. Devine taking care of them. Still on their feet. Moran gets wrapped up, and they get broken up. Devine
Face-off is won by Quad City. They hold it in at the right point for a second, and then it gets taken away, and now here comes Peoria on a 2-on-1. Waiting and shooting! Save there made by Brett Moran, and we got a fight. We have a scrap here, back in the offensive zone of the Storm. And what an opportune time to take that as, I don't know who that is for the Storm. It might be Kirkendall, but they were able to bait Lindbergh into it. Backhanded up, just out of the outstretched arm of Giroux. Parrish trying to center it, he's unable to. Parrish now does to Giroux. Giroux trying to get it free, diving play by the Rivermen, and now we got a scrap as Trudell is throwing punches here at Parrish for nothing, and Parrish doesn't even drop the gloves. Now they do, as Trudell and Parrish going at it. That was, I mean, if there was ever a fight, or there was ever an instigation penalty that is warranted, it would be here, and it would be on Tristan Trudell.
Of the face-off. Now you got to fight Tristan Trudell. Dropping the gloves on Nick Panucci. Trudell hammer blows on Panucci. Panucci trying to wrestle Trudell down. He will be unsuccessful. And they both hit the deck. Boy, right off the face-off, Tristan Trudell went right at Panucci. Seacoast, he's canceled out by Fox. Pellinger will take over, and he'll just lift it to center. Up ahead, Chartron trying to step in one-on-one. Meanwhile, you got Panucci and Wilkie. Panucci want to drop the gloves. Wilkie's not going to. Now Adinier will. Idel Adinier and Panucci. They come together. Oh, a big right hook there by Adinier. Gets an uppercut in. Now another couple right jabs from Idel Adinier. Panucci trying to wrap up. Adinier still has his right arm free. They exchange a couple of blows and find the linesman get between them. But Idel Adinier just started things off with a hard right.
Tried to send it through. Pass too far in front of Chartron. Mundinger taps it to the far side. The puck comes free after a collision as Dowler sends a man to the ice. They skated into each other. Dowler didn't go anywhere, and now there's Dowler going to be trading blows with Chartron. They've got a hold of each other. Dowler gets free. Couple of heavy rights from Brendan Dowler. There's a left. Dowler takes him down to the ice. They get back up. Now the linesmen are in, and they call a ceasefire. It's fed to the far side to Ferrandino, into the neutral zone, finds Baptiste, and now we got gloves off the other way. It's Rollo and Piotrowski. They exchange rights. There's an uppercut by Piotrowski. Rollo trying to get free. He throws a right, another uppercut, under over for Piotrowski. There's a right from Rollo, another right from Rollo. Both guys trying to get free, under and over for Piotrowski. Piotrowski swings and misses. Rollo lands one. Piotrowski gets one back. And the linesmen get in there to take it away.
Big hit thrown by Long into Curtin. Allows the puck to go to the far side. Acosta's drilled in the numbers. And now Love is going to answer. Gloves are off for Mackenzie Stewart. Long jumped in, and now pandemonium. Meanwhile, Christian Acosta laying down on the ice. He was completely drilled into the boards in the numbers. And now Austin Long will drop the gloves just off to the left side of your frame. The number 6s speaking with each other, Leith and Vanderveen. And Kyle Sherrill needs to get over there. Now he's finally over to see Christian Acosta.
Played along the near boards now. Jacob Gagnon comes out of there with it. Sends it ahead. There's a fight alongside the Storm bench. Jordan Simoneau of Evansville can't yet identify the Storm player. It's Mike Moran, and they are just wailing on each other right now. Both of them still going at it. Oh, a big swing and a miss there by Simoneau, and Moran going for the takedown, and he gets on top of Simoneau, and that's when the linesmen jump in. Much to the approval of this Quad City Storm. Oh, and now there's dropping the gloves already. Here's Nick Panucci of the Storm, and Adams for Evansville wailing away at each other now. Panucci's got the right hand over the top. Oh, the wrestling takedown. Holy cow. Nick Panucci. Back deep in the zone. And now here's another fight. It's Devin Sanders with an immediate takedown and removal of the helmet of his counterpart. What on earth is going on in this first period? Sends it skyward. Glove down by McPhee at his blue line. Oh, he is slammed into the bench area, and McPhee retaliates by throwing punches against Kirkendall. And Kirkendall has gotten McPhee's helmet off, and down to the ice they go to be separated by the linesman.
20 minutes is up on the clock. Let's play some hockey, shall we? First possession belongs to Huntsville.
Oh, we're not playing hockey.
No, we're not playing hockey one bit. Right out of the gate, it is Connor Fries squaring off right there in the center of the rink. Fries with a right hand. Fries holding on to the jersey. Oh, he popped him right in the chops.
Look at that right.
And another one right off of the cuff. Back and forth they go, right along the red line. And now, oh man, is this about right here. Fries getting right into it, right out of the gate. Two guys squaring off. Neither will go down. Back and forth they go. And now it is broken up.
On February 15th, he suffered an injury, and right away, we're going to settle an old score. Dorsey against the Pensacola captain, Jake Hamilton. There was chirping, and this is a month-old beef that's finally going to get settled. Dorsey going in with a right. Hamilton answering back. Hamilton connects. Dorsey misses. Hamilton gets his sweater tangled up. A couple wraps, and he takes down Dorsey on a knee. He's back up, and that is where the officials will call it. The puck down. Rose drifting in afterwards, comes up with it, and a penalty will be called away from the puck. Matthews exchanging blows with Urasek. Matthews coming in hard with a few rights. Urasek answers back. Urasek wrestles him down to the ice.
Out is Martin. Hands it back over. That's to Yakoyevich. Big hit right there. And here comes the haymaker. Posa is in the middle of it here for the Huntsville Havoc. Benito trying to land a few darts of his own with a right hand, with a left hand. Back and forth they go between the two. Everybody on their feet here on the upper deck, and it's along the near boards. Posa holds the right hand. Posa getting in a few shots, but everybody enjoying this.
Up to the top of the zone and forced out past the blue line by Grimshaw. Or rather, that was Acosta. And now he's wrapped up, and Martin wants a piece of Acosta. Acosta throws down the gloves. Martin does as well. They're along the boards now. Christian Acosta and Bryce Martin. A couple of punches by the right hand of Acosta. And they're still trying to free those knucks. Christian Acosta with another one. Trying to get that helmet off now. Martin over the top. And Acosta with a couple of uppercuts, and then one to the back of the dome. Christian Acosta. Lots of power.
Backhanded into the far corner. Along the far hash marks, a shot on, deflected, and rolls out into the neutral zone. Here comes an all-out brawl as Palmer just dove on a player in front of him. That was Christie to his right. And here's another brawl right here as well. I believe that was Ruffin. He is on the deck. And throwing some haymakers is Thurston as well as Ruffin. So two different fights. This is the 10th time that these two teams have met. Evansville controls the possession, backpedaling in their own end, angling it forward, and a big hit out at center ice. No hand was raised, and there's an Evansville player still slow to get up. Hobbs, and now here comes an all-out brawl as Gio is getting into it with Lindbergh. Gio gets a right and a left, Now Lindbergh in there with a right hand as well. Gio with another right hand before he's driven down. I had the good fortune of seeing him 3 times, 2 in Mobile, 1, and here is another all-out brawl as well. Dom just a haymaker. Dom pulling off the jersey of his opponent right in front of us. Undressing his opponent.
And that was in retaliation on the hit.
Try to get the victory tonight for sure, and Roanoke's been pressing with their own struggles here lately. And I think, oh, you're going to get a fight right off the rip here. It's going to be Jake Maynard and Johnny McDonald. Maynard and McDonald at the Roanoke blue line circling. McDonald's got a hold of him. 2 or 3 big rights. Maynard answers with a couple of haymakers, and McDonald's able to duck a couple. He's got 2 over the top. There goes the helmet away from McDonald. They're still hammering away at each other just inside the Roanoke zone. Now they're grappling, and it looks like we may not get another punch off. The linesman won't jump in. How about that? Johnny McDonald, fresh back from the IR.
McKinney gets lambasted there on the far side half wall, and we are going to have a fight. Moran came up and knocked him down, and now we got a fight between Dowler and Kirkendall.
Again, tipped it right side, and a shot save, rebound, in front, loose, still loose, and finally Mundinger dives on it. Seacos is right there trying to get his stick loose, and now another fight breaks out. That's Dowler for Knoxville. And Nick Levesque. Levesque, the counterattack, knocks Dowler right into the goalpost, and right up against the boards he goes. Dowler and Levesque wailing away. A couple of good uppercuts by Levesque, and they're still continuing to battle, and finally they both tumble down onto the ice, and you hear the crowd's reaction. And making a change as Knoxville brings the puck up. Now Mike Moran is nose to nose, and they drop the gloves. Moran and Ryan Leonard. Moran and Ryan Leonard squared off, and they tie each other up. Moran throws the first punch, and the second, and the third, and the fourth, and he's got his helmet off. Oh, and Mike Moran just giving Ryan Leonard an absolute pounding.
Skating left, backhands a pass. Oh, a big open ice hit as Herrera is sent down the deck there by Yakovlevich. Now they're going to drop the gloves. Yakovlevich throwing hard right jabs. Herrera's lost his helmet, and he's sent down the ice hard by Marko Yakovlevich. He sent him to the deck in open ice.
For Fayetteville. Roanoke with the puck off the defensive zone face-off when Jansen gets clocked by Stone Sheehan, or by Eonzo right in front of Stone Sheehan, and right after him goes Billy Roach. Roach is going to wrap Eonzo down to the ice after hitting him twice right in the dome. It was an interference for sure, and Stone Sheehan, the referee, just had no interest in calling it. Billy Roach says, I'll be the judge and the jury.
Stewart's with 2 goals against in a fight off the face-up. Ronson Adams and Kyler Matthews. It's Aronio here on Country Nights already. Adams and Matthews with right hands. From center ice as Matthews tries to spark his team. Right hands, a couple by Adams. Moments remain on, and now a couple uppercuts by Bronson Adams. Matthews staying with him, shot for shots. Adams switches to the left, gets a few more shots in. Matthews with a few lefts as well. Couple more short jabs. Linesman looking for opening. They don't find one to cut in. Now they break free and come back together for more. Uppercut by Matthews fell short. Now they swing around. Around and around they go, and they stay upright. More right hands for Matthews. Now again they will swing around and stay upright. And now the linesman will cut in. 1:30 in, 2 goals in a fight. One play by Hayden Stewart around the boards. And now we get a fight. Matt Dorsey for Evansville. The Birmingham bench boards. Not sure he's tangled with. It's Jamie Dorsey. It's Dorsey versus Dorsey at the Bulls bench. And again, no relation Couple uppercuts from Matt Dorsey in close corners as Shane Dorsey is wrestled up.
Puck played into the near corner, goes behind the net for Lotz. Look out, he's taken down. Referee right there, no call. Now we got a Nolan, and I believe that's Cahill, or Scahill that is. They're going at it. Scahill didn't like the way Nolan ran into Lotz, so he immediately dropped the gloves. Both getting in rights. Uppercut by Scahill. Whoa, he landed on that one. His head snapped back, that being Ryan Nolan.
Freed up for a moment by Price. Kept in by the stick of Licky. Near side, Price turns it on goal. Panned away by Muntinger. Hobbs turns it back around the boards. Kyle Soper stops it down to the near side. Tyler Williams. Licky pressure. Steals it again. Hobbs here, circle. Hobbs looks. He should say Muntinger. Rebound away from Price. Here is Price near side. Net Fry. Score! 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 It's over! They've eliminated number 2 Huntsville, number 1 Peoria, and now they have reached the rocky top of the mountain against Knoxville. The Evansville Thunderbolts, they are the Bolts from the Blue. They are President's Cup champions.